Oh yeah, I start.
Yeah, you start. Or I can start. I can start if
No,
you
we
want.
can't switch it up.
Okay.
It'd be anarchy. Hello, everybody. It is time for Curiosity Challenge Midnight Hunt, week number 2. It is a fantastic week. Now, you're either watching live on Twitch or Undead on YouTube. I am Nathaniel, aka twitch.tv/the_edit, and this is Zach, aka Swords and Statutes. Twitch.tv/swordsandstatutes. Um, Now, I think this is going to be a pretty good week, but I don't know what curiosity is. Can you tell me what it is?
Darn tootin' I can. I got our format rules right here. Curiosity is the most affordable, most accessible format in Magic. We take the most recent set of standard Magic cards and then make a minimum 40 card deck out of those. Within that 40 cards, we have rarity restrictions. Your deck must include 2 rares or mythics, singleton of each of those. It must include 6 uncommons with a maximum of 2 copies of any one uncommon. The rest of your deck is filled out with unlimited commons with a maximum of 4 copies of any one common, and then unlimited basic lands. There's also an 8-card sideboard without rarity restrictions, but in games 2 and 3, your deck must meet the rarity restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy as that. Easy as pie.
Easy as pie. And one thing that makes us really great is between Team Cat, which is the IDA, the Swords and Statutes, and the Mana Sultan, is that we're probably streaming at least once. One of us is streaming every day on our channels, right?
Probably.
And then what also makes it really great is this season, if you play, each week gets you a raffle ticket.
What?
That raffle ticket will enter you into a raffle where you can win a Crimson Vow set booster box.
Wait, Crimson Vow, isn't that the set that's coming out next?
Yeah. You know,
Wow.
the reason why we're doing that is because who wants to play with old cards
Not me.
when you have new, prettier cards when you win the prize, right?
Where can I find out more about this wonderful raffle?
So you can find more on our award-nominated website, curiositymtg.com.
Wow.
On that website, which is updated 4 to 5 times a day because it is that award-nominated worthy, you'll find all of the scores, the ratings, and most importantly, a link to our Discord. That is probably the most important thing. Our Discord is a little bit of community of everyone who likes to play Curiosity and Magic the Gathering. But hey, also other stuff too.
Yeah. And it's something where some of these like, oh, Twitch streamer Discords, it's some weird parasocial thing where it's like everyone's just all about that one streamer and trying to like get brownie points with that one streamer. We're not like that.
Mm-mm.
We're a like flat circle, and it's like we have channels for streamers, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to help people grow.
Yeah,
Not
easy.
no one's the star of the show.
Ain't nobody a star of the show but the community.
That's right.
So we'll get forward with the actual star of the shows, which is round number 2 right now.
Round number 1.
Round number on my screen it says Midnight Hunt week 2. Sorry, round number 1 right now.
That was solid.
That was golden.
That was great.
Here we are, week number 2, Curiosity. Rainbow Eagle versus who's the Gatecrasher?
This is Salty Saint Nick.
Salty Saint Nick, yes. And you know, I think this is the most important Magic the Gathering tournament going on this weekend.
I really think it is. I mean,
So.
there's so much on the line here. They're getting guaranteed tickets for our set booster giveaway,
Yeah.
and I mean points.
And that's pretty much what it's all about. The
Yeah,
points.
seriously. So we saw that Infernal Grasp come down early on the Awakener.
Wait,
That seems like a pretty decent play.
I feel like
Awakener's
that
very
was
strong.
a trash play. I think you
Really?
wait until the Awakener eats something, then you kill it. So
That's
that
true.
person, sure, they get to draw a card, but they've eaten something that can attack. But you see with this Dimir list, it can eat things.
Yeah.
And eat these decay creatures. So maybe it wasn't that bad a mistake.
Nothing against Salty Saint Nick, but I am not all that high on his list. I think it is we had two other Demir lists running last week that I think were a bit superior. But I think the reasons that I'm a bit down on it are it just doesn't seem like it has a lot of early game action besides the Awakener.
Gotcha.
And it's also running Vivisection, which I don't really get.
Oh, I
Vivisection is
love
not a
Vivisection.
good card.
Vivisection's so good.
Wow. Okay.
Latent. Here's the thing: you top deck a Vivisection, bam, you can't do anything with it. But if you were to play a Vivisection now, you take a turn off, draw 3 cards. Whew! 3 cards for the price of 4 and a decay token. That is Gucci. That is just good.
Man, look at you, Nathan. You're so up on it today, doing predictions.
That's the people in my chat.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, your mods are working.
That's when almost every person in your chat is a mod. You don't,
That's true.
You just get it gold.
Wow. So Rainbow Eagle dropping down Tovalar's Huntmaster, getting all them wolves.
Yeah, getting all them wolves, but you still have Eaten Alive.
Okay, that was an interesting play. They're using the Startle just to get the Decayed Zombie.
Yeah. So I think what happens is you're saying you can't attack.
Yeah,
is the plan, but with this Eaten Alive, Eaten Alive not even having to sack anything, you can still attack with this 6/6. And I'm kind of
could have gone in.
Why we're waiting, but
what's Tovalar's Huntmaster ability?
When it attacks at night, it creates 2 attacking. Oh no, just 2 tokens. 2 2/2 wolf tokens. So yeah, it's not something.
And then it has the 2 green for another target wolf or werewolf you control fights another creature you don't control.
That's pretty decent. Not gonna lie. So it's 3 mana?
It's 4 mana to do that ability.
Oh, okay, 4 mana. So if you have 2 more, you can take out the horde. But
yeah, because it has to be another target. That's true. Yeah, this feels like Rainbow Eagle could have stitched this up about a turn or 2 ago. Ooh.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. So midnight
stuff's happening.
Meathook Massacre taking out almost the entire board. Still have Huntmaster on the board.
Yeah, but Huntmaster's on the board, and
you just go in with it.
Yeah. Wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you couldn't have gotten it. You're still up a creek with a paddle. Is that what it's called?
I think it's paddling your shit up the creek.
Going through a storm on a bodega.
Yeah. Another thing about Rainbow Eagle's deck, they're running Heirloom Mirror, which a lot of the limited podcasts have deemed virtually unplayable. I like the card a good bit. I don't know about how it is in limited per se, but it has a lot of I think it has a lot of flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you pay 1 life, discard a card, draw a card, mill a card, and then put a ritual counter onto the mirror, and then it becomes a creature.
Isn't it only a 4/4 creature?
Yes, it is a 4/4.
So you get a free creature, but you don't.
Yeah, it's not a free creature either.
You pay a mana, right? So it's a 5 mana 4/4 flyer.
Yeah.
That
discards to get to.
That you discard 3 cards, sacrifice or mill 3 cards. So yeah, I don't think it's that good, unless you're trying to do some kind of flashback deck or
something where you're needing your life total to be low, like a Death Shadow kind of thing.
Yeah, but hey, it doesn't matter.
Rainbow Eagle taken game 1.
Rainbow Eagle with the heirloom tomatoes rocking it up in the free world. So here's an interesting thing about Rainbow Eagle's deck is we have no... Wait. We couldn't... You can't take out the heirloom.
There's no uncommons in the sideboard.
Yeah. So...
I could maybe see taking out the behemoths for a Shadow Beast sighting or a Harvesttide Sentry. Both of those are pretty decent. I'm a fan of Sentry. It trades up pretty well, and if you can get Coven going, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, I definitely feel like you take out the behemoths because it's either 5 mana sacrifice a thing. Like, they're great cards. I really like the behemoth, but when your opponent is playing a ton of at least some removal spells, it kind of wrecks your board a little bit. And as we're talking, Leroy is just licking my arm.
What a good boy.
All about licking arms today.
He loves it. You gotta lick arms sometimes.
Let's lick arms. When was the last time you licked an arm?
A couple days.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Probably me too.
I mean, so Megan was listening to some podcast about some cannibal that she does, and she's talking about how this guy like caught a woman and like tried to eat her, just bit into her arm, and was like, oh crap, my teeth aren't sharp enough.
Like raw dog trying to bite the arm. That's wild.
That's dumb. Like, dude.
I mean, if you're trying to eat somebody, you might not be incredibly there.
That's true. You might not be the smartest knife in the bag.
You know what? So talking about smartest knives in the bag, I guarantee that if you were to watch Magic: The Gathering Worlds, you would hear nothing about cannibals.
No, you wouldn't hear anything about cannibals, and we'll probably end up talking about butts at some point. But
0% chance of hearing anything about butts. Like, that's given. And it wouldn't be Team Cat casting without at least some talks about
that's
butts.
why they need to hire us for Worlds.
Yeah. Oh, and then he smirks on in. Did I get it, Wizards? Are you proud of me? Okay, Defenestrate on this Morbid Opportunist is really good because that card's
great.
Low key, like that card's better than the black draw spell from
Skullport Merchant.
Yeah,
I agree. I think it is better because it is way easier to trigger. Because I think Skullport Merchant you had to pay.
Mm-hmm. Now, with Skullport Merchant, you could draw more than one card a turn.
Right.
But
with I mean, you're almost guaranteed to draw draw at least one card a turn in this set because of those decayed zombies. You just attack.
Yeah.
You have literally nothing to lose.
And you get draws on your opponent's turns as well.
Right.
Talking about draws, Dreadhound is going to be a big pain in the butt, but we do have this Eaten Alive, which we'll get rid of it.
Dreadhound is that's a card that when I see it played against me, I kind of it's kind of like you got to kill it or you're kind of out, because it just is such a good like slow kill.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, even right here.
Yeah, this is not a.
We know that Dreadhound's gonna die.
But even in doing so, Rainbow Eagle's gonna lose some life.
Yeah, by sacrificing. That's where I feel like you pay the full price.
Pay the whole price.
No, I think what they're trying to do.
Oh, is get Diregraph Rebirth?
Yes. Then you get this for free. That creates that.
And then you can Eaten Alive. Oh, wow. Look at this.
Yeah, but it's still not... I feel like you sacrifice an occultist. You need to find something.
I think that was the right call, because the cultist is going to take down a bit of life.
All right, that's it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, missed everything. You have to block this.
Still going to take one. Let's see.
Oh, auto pass. See, this is... You need to remove this Dreadhound. And, yeah, 6 damage. Cool. But
okay, so Salty Saint Nick could have just blocked. Would that not have...
That would have won the game.
Won the game?
It would have.
No, it wouldn't, because it would have been off the board and off the stack.
No, when Dreadhound dies, I think that's what it says.
Does it
when
count
this
itself?
Or another creature. I'm not 100% sure.
Let's see. When a creature or a creature card is put in the graveyard from the library.
I'll have to go to the judges on
this.
I feel like it triggered earlier this match.
Well, I've had it happen where I drew a card and discarded a card, and it didn't count that. So I don't know. Watch Gatherer not be updated.
Not quite sure what's going on here. You have died. It is on the stack.
There we go.
Oh, I think... Swords, my brother says, God damn, Swords is so hot. My brother got his nose pierced today. Now,
really?
Was it a
nostril
or a septum or the thing that's on your, is it your bridge, the top of your nose?
Did you get one of those like little studs no offense, Leslie.
You're going to have to get a stud to start off with.
But I don't know. I always think those look like a blackhead.
Yeah, but I think you have to start off with those. Oh, the black. Yeah.
Yeah, the like little like diamonds. It's like what you got there?
What you got in your nose?
Who's that? The Leslie. You gotta post some pictures. You gotta show us. And you know where you can show us?
Where?
The Discord.
The Discord. Thank you so much for being so fast. Okay, everyone's mulliganing. So this is our first match. Going to game 3, putting this trash card on the bottom of your deck.
Rainbow Eagle's hand is, getting a farmer on 3 is not the worst, though.
It's not going to be hard.
Not the worst.
With all of the lands and continuing to draw lands.
Yeah, but nothing else, though. Oh, jeez.
Oh. Alex, you look like a serial killer in this picture. You should shave. Moving on.
Rainbow Eagle prioritizing green mana here.
Well,
rather
those
than
are
just...
two big creatures down in the graveyard. Now, we haven't seen those creatures played yet, so I don't think it's a big issue. But, oof.
Man, double flyers, that's going to be hard.
Double the flyers, double the fun. Make a statement with a great man with double mint gum.
Does Rainbow Eagle have any way to deal with these flyers?
Yes, eaten alive.
Eaten alive, Infernal Grasp, and yeah, Eaten alive and Infernal Grasp. He's not running any plummets.
The thing about these flyers is in the zombie deck, there's only 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no more than 4 in the zombie deck. But
that's true.
Do you even need 4?
I think if you're running Champion of the Perished, you definitely do, because it's going to give you 2
you can't
counters.
Use more than 4.
Wait, what?
Got him! I'm just joking. No, I mean, there's only 4. I think you use 4, but you know that your opponent is only going to have 4 creatures.
Yeah.
Flying.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. But, I mean, this looks wrapped up. See, Defenestrate, you think it's good, but I don't think Defenestrate is even main boardable. I don't even think it's worth sideboarding.
I think it's worth sideboarding, but
what would you rather have, Defenestrate or Jessica's Midnight Masher, whatever that?
You definitely want Jessica's Midnight Masher. However, I think that there is probably an argument of would you rather sideboard Defenestrate or Plummet, because both of those are more or less like opposites
attract.
Yeah.
And talking about opposites attract, did you know that apples and oranges are different? Now that was week number 2, game number 1. Very interesting setup we have got.
That was a really good game for our I guess the first round of this week. Like it really shows just how deep this format is. Because I mean, green black is one of the worst draft archetypes, but Rainbow Eagle put up a really good fight.
So are you saying that Rainbow Eagle put up a really good fight, or are you just saying that Salty St. Nick's deck was trash? Well, because that's what it sounds like to me. You're calling his deck trash.
I mean, I personally don't think that Salty St. Nick's deck is that good. Because again, we've seen other Dimir builds that I thought were better, even though they didn't perform well last week. But we saw some really good sideboard tech from Salty St. Nick, bringing in that other Dreadhound, and bringing in probably another Falcon Abomination to deal with things in the air. So, again, Salty St. Nick's just a good player.
Great player. And we'll have more great players in round number 2 in just a second.
Wow.
All right, here we are, a little bit late, but yes, ElectroHydra putting 2 cards on the bottom, one of them being his rare, but he has another rare, his other rares in his hand, and then we have Salty St. Nick throwing 1 DBS cover-up into the graveyard. Now, ElectroHydra is playing 3 colors, is that correct?
ElectroHydra is playing 3 colors. They're playing a Jeskai build that is creatureless. I was messaging them before game started, and it is either it pops off or it is just going to flame out. But again, ElectroHydra won the AFR season, so they've got some chops.
And because they won, we gave them that trophy you see on the left. So we worked with Wizards of the
Worked
Coast.
with Wizards to get that
and
commissioned.
got that in. Yeah. How is our so this is, if you're watching live, this is it's on Saturday, and both Swords and I chose our boy Seth Manscaper to win Worlds, and he did not do good on day one. How is he doing right now?
I don't know how he's doing right now. We should cast Worlds after this.
All we need to do is cast Worlds with just sound off, and I don't like that, but I guess you have to.
Oh, that's a hot play right there.
It's a hot play.
It's a really hot play.
But all you need to do is turn off the sound, right? And cut so you can't see the top of the screen, so you just watch one player instead of both, because that's so boring.
Yes.
And don't worry, the Magic the Gathering Worlds website is so great that you have to wait for them to tweet the standings.
Serious?
Because 16 players are very hard to keep track of.
My God, we have 12 players, and stuff automatically updates.
Yes.
God, how? Okay. So ElectroHydra using burn the effigy or something?
Burn the effigy.
Not getting it off.
Oh wait, you bottom burn down the house, but with Evolving Wilds, you're able to get it right to the top. This
is okay.
Is it?
Does Sky's Flame Reservoir, do you have to pay for that? Yes. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
Yeah, you need 7 mana to kill this Dreadhound, and guess what?
You ain't got it.
You ain't got it, and there's going to be another one. All right, you're on 6 mana.
In game 2, there will be another one. Game 1, he only has 1 in the deck.
Oh, gotcha.
I think this is the right call, though. Getting those small little devils.
No. A Dreadhound can't attack, but if Dreadhound attacks, your opponent still loses 3 life. Right?
Yeah.
I don't. 4. Oh God.
Oh, that's a weird block. I think ElectroHydra.
Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah. I see what's happening. ElectroHydra is smart, and we're dumb, but also this does not look tasty.
So, gonna be able to.
You can sing. You could.
Yeah, I could take out the flyer here. That's a lot of.
I don't like this. That's an instant removal spell, right? You block Dreadhound, see what happens first. Right? You block Dreadhound, then you see what happens.
So they've got a 6/6 that can.
Because that could happen. Because that could happen. But if you double block the Dreadhound, then you can kill it. You could have killed it. Or you just needed a single block.
The Horde taking out to burn down the house and
Dios mío. I don't know, ElectroHydra. I don't like those plays. I don't like this play at all. I'm just going to be honest with you. ElectroHydra, you're better than this. ElectroHydra just has to bring...
ElectroHydra ran completely under the radar all last season and then came out and won.
Well, I don't think they're going to be able to come out and win this match. Even if you remove the Dreadhound.
They can remove the Dreadhound, but then they lose.
You
see that frustration.
Yeah, but this is all them. This is all damn. That's kind of what happened in our first Curiosity Zendikar Rising Championship. Joey God rest his soul. He was yep. So they did a best of one instead of the right challenge. So we'll be right back with the game again. Let's see if they get it right.
Oh my god, 25,000 gems. Look at that.
Yeah, I've
Holy
seen
shit.
that before.
That's nuts. I think the most I've ever had is like 9,000.
And
That
was
I've
that
caught
after
it.
you spent $100 on gems or something?
I think it was this season. I spent I
Did you do
I
that
bought
great
the
on your first your free drafts?
yeah, I did pretty good in the first drafts. I
Nice.
went 7-2 on a sealed, and I did really well in the first like couple days. I've done really well in draft this set.
Nice. I was doing well. All right, here we are. We are back again, and it looks like they used the wrong challenge, and that happens. Jfish says, "Don't spoil Joey for me. I haven't watched Friends." Jfish came after Joey, right? Joey was probably already gone by the time Jfish got here.
Oh, that's funny, J-Fish. That's really funny.
Jfish is
J-Fish
great.
is a fucking barrel of laughs.
Jfish. Sometimes I think of a Jfish thing that he said,
joke,
and I just giggle.
Say it.
Wake up, giggling.
Wow.
I don't like. What's the Just guy? Sacred Fire? Why the
Sacred
planes?
Fire and Sunset Revelry.
Yeah, but Sunset Revelry's in your sideboard.
Sunset Revelry, I think, is a really good card, but I'm with you. Like, you could cut the you could cut the white and have just a really strong Izzet deck.
Yeah. I don't understand, especially like, what are you gaining off of Sunset Revelry? A good amount, I guess.
What came in? The Flame Channeler? We saw the
I don't know. I was still laughing at Jfish's joke. This is an instant keep. No think. You see 3 lands, you say hallelujah, right? 3 lands, removal, consider.
You're set for life that way.
Okay, turn 1, Ecstatic Awakener. Same as the last round. Sacred Fire goes to the bottom. Okay, so this is going to be a plains. Geist Flame Reservoir. See, I'm not even like stoked on Rotten Reunion. Or not Rotten Reunion, Sacred Fire. I don't think that's a good card. Still don't think it's a good card. 4 damage for 8 mana. When a lot of butts are 4.
So ElectroHydra has been trying to convince folks on the Discord that Sacred Fire is the truth since previous season. I don't know. Like, I think it's okay. The fact that it has flashback makes it better. If it was just 2 mana, deal 2, gain 2, that's playable. It's not good, but I'd play it.
Well, look at this though. So not to interrupt you, but it's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
We're
Stuck
sitting
on
on
two
two
lands.
lands. Finally get a blue. We're gonna let the attackies come in. He's gonna eat. Then we're gonna kill it. I mean,
Yeah, you're gonna fire off that burn the accursed. Man, that's gonna hurt.
Okay.
We're not letting
No,
it through.
because you eat now. It's at the end of fighting. Now you attackies.
Nah, man, you gotta exile that.
I don't understand.
Oh man, here we go.
This is why ElectroHydra brings
That's
in
hot right there.
the boys
That's
to the
hot.
yard with these
Didn't have
god
to
tier
waste.
plays. But here's
Man.
the thing, though. You didn't have to use a burn the accursed. The problem that we're at, though, is that ElectroHydra's at 10. Now, Salty Saint Nick is also running Devious Cover Up.
Yep.
And
I think he's also running the 3-mana counter.
yeah, it's in his hand. Flip the switch. It's okay. It's okay. Geist Wave.
Yep, got 2 flip the switch.
Oh, and you only have...
So we'll have to see whether or not Salty Saint Nick brought in the flip the switches.
I like this, this, well, we'll find out, but I like this, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dynamic.
No, I just, ElectroHydra's not using this flip the switch because he has Burn the Accursed, right?
Right.
I don't think you pass it back.
Well, everything in his hand is instant.
Yeah, but your opponent was tapped out.
That's true. So we see Burn the Accursed coming over, going to take out the Blade Stitch Scob.
Flip the switch.
Another flip the switch. Can't cast his own flip the switch.
You still can remove stuff to kill.
Yeah, can get rid of... Or not. Let's see.
I mean, you can. Because you need to wait for this
so
trigger.
You're going to trigger it to take out the pumper over here.
Yeah, but if we have a Geist Wave... Okay. So, the thing... I don't know. Maybe I'm
ElectroHydra's in dire straits right here.
ElectroHydra...
They're hurting on lands. That's the issue.
Well, they're hurting on islands.
Yeah.
A lot of those...
They're running...
Well, I was just going to say...
They're running 2 Evolving Wilds.
2 Evolving
just
Wilds.
Not getting it. Oh, this is an easy flip the switch.
Well, and I think, like, even before ElectroHydra had access... didn't have double blue. And he might as well.
Mm-hmm. That'll get that, be able to go ahead and kill it, too.
What's really cool about Geist Flame Reservoir is you remove charge counters. Where a lot of these cards we've seen in Standard, Curiosity, a lot of these cards have been all or nothing, right? Remove all tokens or nothing. And, okay, consider it done.
And it had music starting.
Oh,
I don't know why.
You're playing some music?
I just had, it was like random music started. Wild. We see Burn Down the House, though, coming out. Let's see. Oh, we got Worlds updates. Seth Manfield is in last place with 2-7.
2-7?
However, Andre Strosky is undefeated at 9-0.
The guy who's said he's gonna retire.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah. But I guess he's also retired a few times. Like, said he was gonna retire a few times. So I don't know. ElectroHydra, creatureless, control, but with just a deck that I don't understand. And you know what? It's the beginning of the season.
That's right.
How's Yellow Hat doing?
Yellow Hat was also pretty low. I think they were in like 13th place.
Here's the thing with Sacred Fire, right? Right now, you're going to have to play it. Because you have to play a Sacred Fire to be able to spend money to remove counters off of Reservoir.
Yep.
So you do 2 damage, then you remove counters. It just... I mean, you still have
got lucky there.
But you... But see, now you're doing you're over damaging, right?
It depends on if Salty blocks. Let's see if we have it. All right, I'm going to go in with 2. If I'm Salty Saint Nick, I don't block.
Well, you're not Salty Saint Nick.
Nope.
I mean, we still got a game.
Yep, we still get a pretty solid game here. Wow.
But the good thing about this reservoir is that it can go to face. And
so that life gain from Sacred Flame fire is really going to be important here. That was 2 hits. Jeez.
Yeah, but you can't play it right now. Looks like my dad was calling me. Let's see.
Dr. Wellington?
Dr. Wellington.
I think ElectroHydra does play it. Hits one of the... Well, decides to go face. Oh, this is going to be rough, too. Because this is going to be 3 damage to ElectroHydra. Based on Creed.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, do you see it? Do you see he has the win?
Who?
ElectroHydra has the win because he can play Sacred Fire, get the.
Okay, so how do you play Sacred Fire?
I don't know. What
I see a lot of tapped. I see 4 mana.
I was gonna say on his turn he can. He could have played it on his turn and then done 6 to face.
Well, he could have done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it turns out you can't do a lot of things when you're dead. So that was round number 2. Very, very interesting thing. Everyone.
Big respect for ElectroHydra's deck though. Like it put up a really good defense.
There was a defense that was put out, and maybe it's just maybe it's the base of something great, right? Maybe it's the base of something great. But we'll be right back with greater players who actually win games.
Run through.
All right, here we are with the final match. Swords is saving a cat from a fire. Well, here we go. Strong thing for the Gatecrasher.
Lay down.
I love this. You allow links in your chat? Wow.
I do.
This is very scary. So Vivisection, your least favorite card, doesn't have a target.
That's right. That's the thing. That's why Vivisection sucks. Like, yeah, it's okay with the zombies, but if you don't have a target for it, it's just like, well, I ain't got shit.
And then this Morbid Opportunist. I think Morbid Opportunist is so good in these black-white because of all that. Well, but hey, when you got to fenestrate, you got to fenestrate.
You gotta just take it out. Say, I ain't dealing with none of that. What do you think? What do you think, Jade?
Little cute Jade.
That's right.
JK, Jade is the worst cat I've ever heard of. The best cat is Judge. I can't. No.
She's so good.
She's precious. So not a lot of a really good opening hand maybe for Salty Saint Nick, but it's not going anywhere. And you have 3 cards. Your opponent will have 3 cards, but your opponent has just a better start to their board. Where I just feel like there's just not a lot of beef going on, you know?
The Crawl from the Cellar could be okay. You put the counter on the Scob. I don't know, but yeah, you don't have anything to get out of the graveyard though, so you can't actually cast that.
Yepers. Okay, Opportunist comes out
Number
again.
2. Oof. Yeah, Sarracenia, I think played the same list last week, and it was my favorite list of last week, but it just didn't get any traction because Deggy was just like running things so hard.
It's just wrecking up the format.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Wow. Okay. Defenestrate onto the Dreadhound. Not bad. What are you doing? No, you can't have that. Jasper will eat it.
What is it?
It's a bread tie.
Oh my god. Jasper will eat it, and then you're okay. So now we have a flyer, a trigger for your vivisection. But now, this is the thing about what makes Morbid Opportunist good. You're just not gonna be happy, right?
Yeah, there's enough card draw in the set that like cards like Vivisection, you just don't want them taking up space. You'd rather play Morbid Opportunist.
And also here, if you're playing a Static Awakener, right?
Yeah.
A Static Awakener also wants to eat that card.
Yep. And so Salty St. Nick is playing Morbid Opportunist, but it just feels like overkill.
Over sacrifice. Got him.
So Frosty, last week a mono blue tempo deck won, and it was a really solid deck. Went undefeated, and it evolved into a Azorius tempo deck that
got defeated.
Yeah.
But it did take about a few hours for it to get defeated.
It literally took a few hours. All right, we see Vivisection. That's a good draw.
You play the Scab now.
Yeah,
I guess you're gonna play Startle, but I mean, I guess next turn you can Horde and Scab, so not too bad. Your opponent has your creatures are larger than your opponent's. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, holding it back. Worked out okay.
0 though. Wait, what?
Oh, he misplayed. Probably should have. Maybe not. Maybe only playing that in order to get the triggers of it and get the kind of Blood Artist effect. And we hear from Salty Dwarf that they're pooping.
Thank you so much, Salty Dwarf.
That's wonderful.
We needed to
know. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad that you're healthy.
Okay, Startle here. That's
hot.
tasty, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess if you have it in hand, you might as well.
Well, there you go. See how much life just gained?
How much was it?
It was at least like 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Boom. Get rid of these creatures. Ain't coming back. Ain't coming back.
Geistwave only hits creatures, right?
Geistwave.
Non-land permanent. So Salty St. Nick could bounce
Meathook?
Massacre back. Probably going to want to hold for Bob.
This is not going to get blocked.
No, this goes through.
You know, if your opponent at 25 life...
He gives shit.
Who gives a shit? I eat shit like you for breakfast, dinner, and lunch.
I make shit smoothies every day.
I wake up and I'll wake up at 3 a.m. just to get some Taco Bell so later I can make some shit smoothies.
Oh, we have a Worlds update.
Okay.
Worlds update. Strosky is still undefeated at 10-0.
Okay.
And Seth Manfield is now still tied in last place with 3-7.
With
Yellow Hat is at 13th.
Oh God.
PVDDR is in 10th.
Oh my God. This is just crazy, and I'm sure it's been so exciting especially when you get to watch both players' hands and the casters tell you exactly what's going to happen 5 turns before it happens. Oh my God. Let me tell you, it is just so much fun.
And then they're not talking about anybody's butts or anyone pooping.
No butts, no
pooping. They don't have cats. I doubt Marshall Sutcliffe is whipping out his cat. He didn't even have a cat. He's just like, I have watches.
I've got... This is interesting. I don't understand what's going on. Why didn't you just Geist Wave your own thing? Right?
Yeah, to get...
The Scab gets you a creature. Or, sorry, it gets you to draw a card. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. You can't crawl that shit back.
Salty. Gonna close it in right there.
Salty just saying it's time for game number 2.
Bringing in that Dreadhound. That has come in every game.
I mean, Dreadhound helps with the meat hooks. Everyone's got a hook of meat. So Meat Hook Massacre is not going to be around possibly next week.
Taking out Blade Stitch Scob. Interesting.
Well, a better update is Deggy has already won 2-0. Deggy, the person that took 8 hours the first 2 rounds, has already beaten his opponent into a pummel.
What was Deggy's matchup?
It was against Demir.
Holy shit.
Another zombie stuff. Another meat hook deck. A lot of meat hooks.
Deggy must have been like on a deadline. He was like, well, I got 2 hours and 5 minutes.
And he's like, oh crap.
It's still in the oven.
I gotta beat him. Is Kosker running? Yeah, so Meat Hook Massacre is gonna be suspended.
What is Salty's other? Puppet Stitcher.
Popper, doing some poppers.
Yes, Curiosity is a meat fest.
With a media success. Deggy says, to be fair, my deck is a tempo deck that can grind. Last match was super grindy. This opponent was weak to tempo game 1 and only drew 1 color land game 2.
Damn.
All right.
Well, Deggy, you set yourself out to be
punched.
The villain of this season. I love it. So congratulations there.
It's wild because the deck that I thought we'd see a lot more hate or a lot more copies. It seemed like early in this week, people were like, "I'm just gonna copy the deck," and then now we have so many Meat Hook decks because I think that's what people thought. Obviously, that Meat Hook beats Spirits.
Beats Spirits. Well, also Meat Hook was one of the cards that we kind of noticed early and thought, if anything's gonna get banned outright, it'll be that.
It'll be Meat Hook.
So, but we'll see. Also of note, we don't have 2 members of the Triad playing this week.
Oh my!
And I would have bet that they either would have been running the same deck that Salty St. Nick is, or something similar to what Deggy was doing.
I mean, I wonder if the Triad is still around because last week,
That's right.
Salty
broke with him.
with them, and now Salty is in the winning match, right?
That's true.
So,
However, his deck is very similar to what they ran last week, so it may have just been right place, right time.
Sherm Williams.
That's right stuff, right price.
Is that what it is?
No shit, that's Academy Sports.
Isn't Sherm Williams? Act now,
Sherm
act something.
Williams.
Call Sherm Williams. Sherm Williams, if you're watching,
Yeah,
I don't actually know what you sell, so
they sell paint. Their motto is "Paint the world." They have a scary ass logo.
Paint the world. If you, I'll do like a podcast one, right? And this podcast is brought to you by Sherm Williams. We have the paint for your Magic the Gathering altars. ShermWilliams.com. So, Anals. That would be our podcast. Daggy, my first opponent was also on blue-white spirits with 4 copies of Exorcism. I only won that match due to winning the Trachy. Played Trachy, yeah. Winning the Counterspell War. That's rough, you know. Oh, don't do it! Don't do it! No! What is this, man? I don't get that. What was that? What is this man?
This looks better right here. We'll see. Frosty says that they're going to try their hardest to make week 3.
Yeah, sure. You and Sung are going to be facing each other week 3, round 1. Yeah.
Well, so Sung put a really nice deck into our Discord deck list channel. So if you're out there in internet world watching, want to go see some hot lists, there you go.
I'm going to beat you. Yes, Discord. Join our Discord, and if you have joined our Discord and you're in chat, go on to Discord right now and start up a conversation with your local Magic the Gathering person across the
That's right. They could be across the world. They could be the king of Portugal.
Can we? Has this season had anyone in Europe so far?
Warren Kale's in Europe.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Charlie Phoenix is in France.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Sorry.
I think there's a couple other Europeans.
Yeah, I didn't forget about them. Sorry. Ooh, and I'm your host, the Ida. So, I mean, this Diregraph Horde in general is, I think this format is just good. Get rid of Lisa.
Yeah, I'm with you. This has been my favorite limited format in a very long time. I really enjoyed Strixhaven, but I feel like this is better because there are more viable archetypes. And I mean, just even though our Strixhaven Curiosity season was really great, we have more diversity in the deck lists in these first 2 weeks than we've had potentially some entire seasons. Yeah. So it's great. I think it speaks to the quality of the limited environment.
I think that's just like part of Innistrad, because I think Return to Innistrad people said was the best limited format ever.
The original Innistrad was.
Oh, I don't know. One of the Innistrads.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't know because.
What in the world?
I think here's what I know. Here's what I think. His opponent can't block. His opponent can't attack. And he wants to use his mana. He's got Memory Deluge and would like to would like to play the Deluge. Okay, or not.
Oh, he's going.
What is this beefcake idea?
No, this is
God tier.
Really solid idea.
Your
Gonna go
opponent,
get that.
because your opponent has returned from the grave in
That's
hand.
right. Oh,
Except
yeah. Take it
now
out.
it doesn't matter. Salty
Got
Saint
your
Nick.
play.
I
Got your
mean,
play.
I'm not gonna lie. And I hope that they're not Daiki's not out there. But that second game of round 2 that took forever really crushed my spirits. Really took my energy down to the pits of nothing, because it's not gonna be on YouTube, right? And it's only if you were watching live.
Right.
And I was just oof.
Oh, this is hot.
Now I'm feeling more energized, right?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm up.
When you're up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Is that the lyrics?
Is that the
Cardi.
is that Cardi B?
Yeah.
Our city's in a weird place here. Do they?
The massacre. Still the 0 because
For 0.
You can't do more than that. You have to do 4. Memory delage. The delage.
Oh yeah, definitely get Dreadhound. Oh god, what else do you get though?
You get double Dreadhound.
Were there 2?
Yeah, there's 2. Get
Oh
double
hell
Dreadhound.
yeah, go double Dreadhound.
You don't need your massacre. You just need Dreadhound. You need the bodies to hit the floor. Okay? Well, guess what? You're wrong.
Going for his own Dreadhound though, or excuse me, for his own massacre, you could play it for.
You play it for 3. Or 1. Or I don't know how this works.
No,
He has to play it for.
He
He has to play it for 4.
attacks in and then plays it for whatever he needs to kill. Unruly
The
mob.
mob, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, these
Wow,
are why we have
Jennifer.
some god plays, you know?
Like, this is. Like, you thought that you'd be seeing hot tech on Worlds, but you're fucking wrong.
Oh, no.
Oh, what is this?
No. How greedy.
Oh, Jesus.
How greedy. Oh, wait. Okay.
Force the block? Is that what this is?
Okay. You can't play Meat Hook now. What? Okay.
All right, so Diagraph Ward's gonna go get Rot in the Cell or whatever.
Crawl from the cell. Rot in the cellar.
Yeah.
Hey, you. Rot in the cellar. Rotten Reunion is. Thinking
This
about.
is gonna be too much math.
No,
Let's
you
all
don't.
trigger start.
I'm.
Ooh.
This is GG's no RE. Like, well, I guess we're.
Play for 4. There we go.
This is you. Okay. Good thing this is not. If this was in paper, I would just get them.
I would give up. I'd be like, all right.
I mean,
holy shit.
then you would.
That was nuts.
All right.
Drop Horde. Go into game 3 here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And I like this, you know, get rid of all the cards. Get rid of all the creatures. Sunset Reverie. Oh. But ain't gonna be nothing. Boom. Game number 3. What an exciting matchup. Salty Saint Nick.
One thing to note too, we've watched Salty Saint Nick every game this week just by kind of happenstance. But all the games that we've watched have gone to game 3.
All
and
games.
A lot of the rest of the field were 2-0 wins. So we chose the good ones.
We are the best players to ever have played. Let's see who has. So yeah, Kosker the Grouch lost to Owl Otter.
Water.
So so that means that one of these players will be the winner. So that means Meat Hook Massacre is out. Well, it's always been out. But it's either going to be Poppet Snatcher or is it Larchent Veteran? No.
No, it's either
He's playing a
Papa
one
Stitcher
of?
or Lisa.
He's playing a one of the veteran.
One of what?
The veteran.
Oh, really?
And a one of Ecstatic Awakener. This is a very interesting deck.
It is looking like Rainbow Eagle will be our ooze for the week, though, because Zanoi's got the bye.
No, they're both going to be. Yeah. No, yeah. Nah, yeah. It'll be who was the ooze? It was NASA
It would be
guy.
a three-way ooze.
Well, last week it was Charlie Phonix and NASA guy. They were the oozes.
Charlie Phonix has a blog that's in French and English. He's been emailing the Curiosity account about it.
Oh, that's the email thing.
Yes. So we'll talk about that offline. But yeah. So if you're wanting a French email, check out his website. It's
Suck it, blah.
Sarracenta hitting in early with this. Ooh, you go Meat Hook here.
Once you go Meat Hook, you don't go back.
Meat Hook and a land. Very nice.
Alorus is clearly due to selling black-white life gain standard decks. Oh.
Selling.
Oh, Charlie, dude. I Wait, what?
He's selling them?
Selling decks? I would like to see if that's right. Are they in French?
Sacre bleu, my life gain strategy.
Owl Otter, you don't have to DM me the link because now. Well, you can't do it on OBS.
Unruly Mob popping down again. Wow. Sarracenia is already hurting on cards in hand, so it looks like Salty has the advantage here early.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh my god, that is such a good move. Bouncing their own Massacre back to be able to kill everything.
These are just what God tier players are all about, you know? Like, this is just wild.
That was good.
To be honest, I would never think of that.
No. Yeah, that, like, I might have thought of it, but would not have fired it off. Oh, okay. Now, Salty could just... We actually may see that. Or, nope, we're going to Eaten Alive Adeline.
Eaten Alive, some Adeline.
That sounds like a French food.
Adeline.
Adeline de...
Okay. Now you're just being mean. Oh, you can PayPal. Well,
and Salty
moving on.
wins the game. Wins
Salty
the
has
match.
won.
Wow.
So we'll be right back with a interview with Salty. Here we are with the winner of week number 3. It's it is Salty Dwarf. No, Salty Saint Nick. Oh my God! We have Salty
it's not
Dwarf.
the dwarf this time.
Yeah, we have Salty Dwarf talking about someplace. Salty Saint Nick over here. So Salty Saint Nick. Now, it was a massacre, not of opponents in general, but of the meat hook variety. What? Well, crazy. Let me tell me about this.
This card is stupid. So stupid. Literally, we were when I was talking with the Triad, like I didn't test with the Triad at all this week. Everyone was busy, so I was just doing some stuff on my own. And I was like thinking after last week, I was like, you know what's really busted with a board wipe that's an enchantment? What if you just bounce it to your hand? But wait, the bounce spell is at common and draws you a card if you bounce your own permanent. So it's, I get to draw a card. I get to replace Geist Wave and play my board wipe again.
So
and as you saw in that last game, I could have done it twice in a row.
Mhm.
So he was never rebuilding again.
So that was something that you built around, because watching it was like, oh, this is some really hot stuff that he's just like seeing in the moment.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, very cool. Very cool seeing that connection.
Yeah. Cause like, well, if the mono blue deck is doing it, I could do the same thing, except I can wipe the mono blue's board a ton of times, and then I just have counter spells in the sideboard to deal with any spells I don't want ever resolving. Because there's a few that you just don't want to hit the field. So.
And like, here we are last week. Everyone, for some reason, I don't know why, because it's never happened before, but everyone was like, oh my God, this mono blue deck is so scary. And it is still scary. Deggy did go 2-1, but it wasn't mono blue anymore. And a few people kind of worked on that deck, it seemed like. But this Massacre deck, it's kind of one and done, right? It's suspended. The meta is going to change. I guess in your initial thoughts of just winning this week and not being able to play this deck at all, what do you think? What do you think's the next move, or is that juicy?
Next move for me is going to this blue-red Delver deck.
Oh, okay. Similar to something that ElectroHydra played?
Yeah, so playing around Reservoir and Poppet Stitcher, and playing a bunch of cards that just draw a card after casting, playing like Pyre for removal / sifting through, and then just playing a Seize the Storm and just hitting someone with like a 7/7 with trample. And then my sideboard plan against the decks that go super wide is just playing Burn Down the House.
Burn
Nice.
it down. Gotta have that wide removal.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though. So I think there were 2 Dimir lists this week, and last week I think there were 2 or 3. Do you think that Dimir can maintain a foothold in the meta without Massacre?
I think it can, specifically because if we go back to the deck, the main thing that makes the Dimir deck so obnoxious against most other decks is that Flip the Switch is a really obnoxious counterspell, because like we talked about before, the like Convolute is like an okay common counterspell, but like this makes a body on top of that. And then in combination, Dimir also has the capability of making their 2/2 zombies into 3/2 zombies, 4/2 zombies. And as you saw in some of the mirror matchups, it's like, okay, my opponent plays a horde, I play a horde, but I have a scab, so my horde can trade with theirs and theirs dies and mine lives.
That's true. That's true. I guess is there any deck or any because you're great at the game, right? You're just great. All right? Well, if somebody's new and fresh what is the deck that is the worst deck to play in this season? Because, like last week, we did see a lot of different decks, but this week we saw a lot of, the meta kind of falling into place.
Yeah.
What do
Would
you think's
disagree
the
with that,
worst deck?
but
I would say the worst deck to play around for the most part is werewolves are good. The problem is that their tribe in this, there's so much cheap removal and like some of the colors that like before they even get to flip, you can kind of just break up their board presence. And if you have any cards that let you manipulate night and day really easily or benefit from night and day, you're basically like, oh, you're doing your mechanic, yeah, I'll just do my mechanic at the same time, and we'll see who wins in this race.
with that, do you think that a werewolf's deck using the Celestus could work?
I wouldn't play Celestus at all. I would play Unnatural Moonrise because that card's more in the game plan. Celestus is okay. I feel like if you're playing rares, and your two rares are basically set in stone as Tovolar and Arland. Just because if you're ever able to resolve an Arland and they can't remove it, you're just like, yeah, I can just flash in blockers and I spawn 2/2/2s. Say go. Or like the Dimir list, as you saw, like Memory Deluge is a dumb card. I just kind of sifted through and found whatever rare I wanted if I was ever able to cast it twice. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna look through my 40 cards. Yeah, I'm good. So something I'm definitely going to look into is that there's definitely a way to play a control shell in this, because if you play Deluge and you play a bunch of those spells that let you just look at the top like few cards, you can just kind of just assemble your win condition or whatever you need to do to play again. So I think I might look into maybe like a Grixis control deck.
Now, I would like to just say something. Salty, you're very smart, right? Now, I was saying the meta is kind of settling, right? And Swords was like, oh, wait a second. But as I look at the, obviously Salty, very smart. Now Swords, we don't have, I don't think we have the full second round yet, or third round.
Yeah,
but
still waiting.
Going into round number 3, the top 5 decks all had Meathook Massacre in it.
Yes.
So, I mean, with Curiosity, the meta doesn't like, especially with this season. I think the meta is going to be constantly fresh. But I just want you to know, Swords, and everyone out there who's listening, that I'm smarter than Swords, and he's a lawyer. Boom!
Yeah. I'll give you that. Nah, it is big brain.
Yeah.
Big.
And like people are saying in chat right now, the Opportunist mirrors are so dumb because it all comes down to, oh, I'm gonna resolve my Opportunist. All right, cool. Now we just have this weird kill spell battle to try and see who gets to keep their Opportunist and actually get triggers.
Wait, Salty, where are people talking on chat?
In the Discord.
Oh, that's right, in the Discord. Yeah, so hey, people on YouTube listening to this, if you haven't joined our Discord, just go and hit that link. It's free.
Yeah. If you haven't joined the Discord, what is your life worth? The answer is 0.
How are you gonna play in the tournaments if you're not in the Discord?
My gosh, listen to this guy.
How are you going to win a Crimson Vow set booster box if you don't play the tournament?
Seriously, no way.
Zero chances.
Well, thank you so much, Salty Saint Nick. We'll look forward to hanging out with you. And maybe next week we'll be in the same spot with a different deck, but we'll still be talking to you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sweet.
All right.
So that kind of wraps up. It was a longer week. We had some daggy decks that were pretty slow, but hey, it's little Freddy out there. But yeah, I mean, Meat Hook got suspended. Meat Hook is gonna get banned probably in like a week or two.
Yeah, so
2 weeks.
looking at the cards that are being suspended for next week, we have Meat Hook Massacre and Poppet Stitcher. Both of those are off the menu for next week. However, Suspicious Stowaway and Patrician Geist are back in the pool. And something that the Curiosity Integrity Committee may discuss is Morbid Opportunist. There is a lot of discussion on the Discord about that. We'll see.
Are we gonna do this again? Are we gonna be in the same boat where we talk about a uncommon that needs to be banned because
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I think it's something that
it draws one
it's just
card.
a good card.
It draws one card max each turn.
Yeah. One card max each turn. You can almost guarantee that it's going to draw a card, but I think Salty pretty much said what to do about it. You just get a kill spell.
Get a kill spell.
Yeah.
There's Defenestrate. Well, if you go to our Discord, there's a list of kill spells. But hey, it is that time again. It's time to go to sleep.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. But until next time, we're Curiosity.